hard. So much so that if you stayed up late at night and you want to rest and sleep, get in a nice sleep position. My voice tells you to sleep like a lullaby. All right. What did the answer come out to be? I heard it was. I think it was a decimal point on somebody's page. Anybody know what it turned out to be?
Ballistic.
Ooh.
992.
Say it again, slow and loud.
992.
992. That like that. All right. Anybody did something different? 986. Well, first let me ask then, is my setup correct? Did someone get one of mine? Or is my setup? All right, someone read. Oh, we got two broke tie. What do you think about that 986? We got two 986s. Did you get anything? Tall compared to the shadow of the tall is the height of this. So I'm gonna do both versions. The one we've been doing is one triangle versus another, one item versus another. So the one I've been teaching you or sharing with you has been the 1.3 is to the 2.9, shadows to shadow, as is height of tree. What is this blue thing? What do they say it is? Just take a look at that and see if my setup makes you go like, huh? What? Where'd you get that? Why'd you put it there? The other version is, and you can do this, you'll see that the numbers across from each other, as long as the numbers across from each other are the same, then your setup is right. But what does he mean? The height of the thing is to its shadow as the height of the tree is to its shadow. Notice how the two things are across from each other, 2 point, they're across from each other. Because they wind up in the same place, their answer will be exactly the same. Anybody know what the H turned out to be in this case? Someone do 2.8. 5.8. You know, which kind of makes sense. Watch this, watch this. My shadow is about half of me. So I know the shadow on here, you know, you gotta have to be twice my size. It has to be a 5.6 point something. For those who are like, I still don't get how we're getting these answers. The numbers across from each other are always multiplied, divided by the last guy. I did all the work on this one, but you've got to know the number across from the letter will be next door to it on level 2. Level 3, you'll always divide that number back under the last side, which is why it's always multiply, divide, multiply, divide, multiply, divide. So it can look something like this in green. Where are you in green? No, green and brown. Multiply, divide. Multiply, divide. Multiply, divide. Like I said, not too many ways for the pattern to be changed. Take a look. Any final question on this one? This is the easy section. Let me see how much of that they have on the test. They got the little river question, the actual river question. That's the bottom one. So here it comes. This side of the room, tell me one congruency. Hello. This side of the room, tell me another congruency unless you're talking to the person next to you. All right, on this side of the room, tell me one congruency, please. What letter goes with what letter? Angle A congruent to angle B. This side of the room, give me another congruency, please.
Angle B is congruent to angle E.
Oh, B as in boy. Angle B is congruent to angle E. Now, both of these are given if you had to give a reason. That is, in other words, you were just told. You didn't do any work to figure that out. There's a lot of juice coming out of this marker. Anybody want to say what the triangles are? In this case, is similar to, whoever just said that, yeah? Is similar to, in other words, we say that they're exactly the same. Oh, good, because they are going to ask this question. Let me put what you said, and then we'll say why it's not true. I'm going to ask someone to say why it's not true. DF, to be deaf back in the 80s means you're like tight in the 2000s. Like, oh, fool, that is, yeah, that is dope. That is hype or something. All right, here we go. Somebody tell me why, somebody tell me why this statement is not true. I'm going to fix the real one in a second. Triangle ABC is congruent to DF.
They're not the same size and shape.
They are not the same size. In order to be congruent, which you're going to be asked, so listen to what I'm about to say. In order to be congruent, Yes, you have to have exactly the same shape, but you also have to have exactly the same size. That's like you come to school saying, my brother and I, or my sister and I, we're identical twins. Except, we don't look alike at all. Yeah, no, identical means you're congruent. You have to be exactly the same. So this one, take away the equal sign. What you're saying here is that, no, we look exactly alike. We're different sizes. He's taller than me, but we look exactly alike, which is what it means to be similar. Like, you look exactly the same, but different sizes. So is it A, B, C, or D? Which one is the real correct answer? A is an apple. Really? Well, dang! The rules in math is this. If you make the problem easy, you make the answer C. Why C? Because the first answer a kid looks at is A. Then you make A look really close to C, where if the kid isn't really focused, boom, he'll choose A, when really he needs to look through it, put it in C. Don't put it in D, because now you're just being mean. Put it in C, that way they have time to think. The problem is really hard, you make it A. You make it A because they took the time to try and figure it out, so as a reward, you make the answer, boom, the very first one they look at. Next time you take a multiple choice test, if your answer, the question is really hard, go A. If it is medium-ish, go C. If it's like way easy, check D. They're going to put everything ahead of you so that you'll pick the wrong one. All right, any questions on this guy here? Put small and medium. On the second triangle, put small and medium. And now we can see that S's go together and the M's go together. Of course, we have this thing here. I don't know how we can mark that vertical. Well, they didn't ask us to do the bubbles on it, so that's why they didn't give us letters. We'll have to make up something. I don't know how we're going to say it, because we don't have letters to name this vertical angle, but we need to say that it exists, so we'll figure out how to write it for this purposes. Here we go. I'm putting a 6 over a 9.6. 6 over 9.6. We'll do decimals. I'll show you guys how to do decimals. 5 over 8. Imagine they don't give you a middle thing for these. I'm just going to put vert angles. Left side of the room, please, or this side here, please do 6 divided by 9.6. Side over there, do please 5 divided by 8. Let's see if the numbers come out the same. Normally you're reducing a fraction, but whenever they put decimals as one of the numbers in a fraction, then I just go ahead and say calculate. For those who are doing calculators, it's top number divided by the bottom. Alright, 5/8, you guys got anything? Sitting on the calculator. Alright, over here, anybody got anything for the 6 over 9? Say it one more time. 625. I hope 5 over divided by 8 is 625. What we say about these fractions is that they are proportional. What does proportional mean? Proportional means once I do the work to this one and I do the work to that one, they spit out the same answer. The two fractions are equal to each other. They have the same relationship. On this side of them, to make things proportional, front row has $10. She gives back row 5 of it. You're good people. Here, front row doesn't exist, but if they had $100, they give back row 50. Same concept. It's proportional. Now, we're richer than you all are. In other words, we have a better car than you do. But we, say again?
I have a heart.
You have a heart. That's true. No, we have a heart too. We're still giving half of our money away. We're just giving half of $100 away while you're giving half of $10 away.
But
In other words,
nobody's.
I know we need to move someone up for it to work. But don't worry, you have like a Nissan Sentra, which is cool. You can give people a ride. Give them a ride. We have a Lexus. And yes, we are giving you all a ride. Yes, the seat warmers. The fractions are like two different types of car. It's doing the same thing. Alright, arrow. You need arrows for your diagram. Once you do it, yeah. Oh, because it wasn't set up to be it. I'm going to make up letters. Because a real one has to have letters. These are just saying which one it is and how do you know. How do you know? For these will be just, if they're numbers, you need to write the fractions. Over here, I don't know how you're going to say it. Sure, A, B, C, D, F. Well, let's give D a D. How about triangle? They go opposites. So U and U are together. U and U are together. And whenever you have a bow tie, things are always opposite. In other words, triangle, the first triangle you can name it however you want. ABC, ABC, is similar to the second triangle. He has to match his partners. A, triangle, triangle. B, you're in the middle. Circle, circle. Take a look at it, and this is, what was this, SAS? You're about to get a test with this on it. What if you're not super at it? I don't know. Basically, the super people you get to win today, the non-super people, your other angle is that matches. It has to do with the letter Z. Z as in sorrow. Okay. If you have a highlighter, please highlight. How do I know I can draw the Z here? These two red guys tell me that the lines are parallel. On the last test, what we said was that parallel lines cut by transversal tell me that alternate interior angles are the same. Take a look at it and see if you're like amazed, like, whoa, 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 I see. Alright, well, 5 feet as, oh, it's probably going to teach you guys calligraphy, hopefully next week, as 8 inches is to 8 feet. You only need one, what's the word I'm looking for? One fraction really to produce the scale factor. And this one, I think they're going to ask it this way. Are they going to ask it this way on the test? They don't even ask it this way. So I'll just get this answer. It's 1 to 1. You know, 1 to 1. Do your fiber. Your fiber. That is 1 inch. It goes to 1 foot. That's the scale. That's the exchange. Like I went to the bank. Damn, Wells Fargo, you can't just give me my money. I have a €5, which I may have shown in this class. Did I show the €5 in this class? I have €5, and I showed it. Yeah, and I want to get the money for it. So the lady behind the counter, like, how much is a €5 in dollars? I don't know. You got to do something like, you don't know. You don't know. It's like ask your bank. So it's probably like $4 now that the euro is less than the dollar. Back in the day, they'd give me $5 and change when the dollar was weaker. So like going to Mexico, I think $1 is worth like maybe like 20 pesos or something like that.
18.
18, okay, yeah. You give them $1, you give you 18. Now, I don't know what you can buy with 18 of them, but you get you know, more for your money. In any case, the scale, I'm going to put either 1 to 1, or eventually you can put 1 inch per foot. I don't think they're asking any one of these, but that's the scale factor. Alright, here we go. Let's go down to this one down here. This guy down here, you're going to see him more. May, can't wait till May. You know why? Excuse me, May and June, I think, is when blockbusters come out. I think that Superman Batman thing is coming out in May. I think it's May. If it is, I want to see, just see what how they handle it. The story, just, I can't even work it out in my own mind. How is Batman fighting Superman? What did Superman do? Clearly he burnt down the building with his eyes, which is, and then, oh, it was Wayne Enterprise. Now I don't know why he did it. He burnt down Batman's office, and it came down. I saw Batman holding this child. I don't know if Batman has a kid, or it's probably his niece, or something related to him. And he's like, oh, do this! And now he's all mad, and he goes to Alfred, and Alfred's all like, Look, don't be doing whatever, because whatever. He's a whatever, and like, no! And so he's gonna fight him with his tools, but Superman, he's Superman, so what are you gonna throw your little Batman thing in him? Like,
That's a suit.
Batman has a special suit.
Like a special suit.
I'm still saying, what is he doing to Superman? Unless he has kryptonite, what is he doing? And when he throws his Batman thing, wouldn't Superman, who's faster than a bullet, fly around it? It just doesn't make any sense. And how's Wonder Woman helping out people? Oh, that's fine. I just need to see how they're treating the subject. So I'm like, okay, I'll go with that. Yeah, I see that. That's cool. All right. Yeah. All right. Here comes B. What's your coordinates? Is it a 7? What is that? 5? All right. Let me find out some other stuff. See what people say. We'll find out. Hey, assuming I have the same picture. C. What is yours? depending what C says.
3, 4.
Say it again?
3, 4.
Okay. It's not special then. D, what is yours?
3, 0.
Oh, you're saying the actual.
The original. Yeah, say soft just in case. Alright, 0, 4. Alright, so on the test you'll do the original coordinates. They'll ask you what is the new shape and the new coordinates if we were to use a scale factor of 2 and then scale factor of 3. I'm going to have us do both scale factors and put in both coordinates. It's not tricky. I'm just going to have you do it. Draw the new picture. Let the coordinates guide you one quick thing. If I'm making the new coordinates twice the size, I'm going to take 2 and I'm going to multiply it times the originals so that it will turn it into 6. Oh, I can see the next one isn't even going to fit, but still write it down. The next coordinate for 3, 4 is going to be 6, 8. In other words, you don't have to guess it. The reason I'm saying that is because it's weird with 0, 0. You would think the box is just going to run like the Incredible Hulk, but it's not. This one stays pinned. A stays pinned. Like how does he know A stays pinned? Because when I multiply a 2 times the zeros, 2 times 0 is 0. Another 2 times 0 is 0. So for A prime, that's the new coordinate. For C prime, that's the new coordinate. For the third time we do it, they're going to be double primes. So do it with a scale factor of 2. Let me see what you do, and then we'll put the numbers down with the scale factor of 3. But we won't. Coordinates, if you want to put them out where you think they would be for C double prime while she's thinking.
9, 12.
Yeah. D double prime.
9,
Back table.
9, 0.
Alright, 0, 12.